Previously on Metroid. But yeah, let's go through here. And we got some balls. And with that, the mission continues. Alright, so now we are going to go on a huge detour and get a lot of missile tanks, an energy tank, and a bunch of items. In fact, we're gonna get it right now. So yeah, right here we want to go on top. And yeah, basically, we just want to time ourselves as the block spawns. And we can go through this door. And right here, we're gonna get what is probably the best item in the game. Because usually, like, if there's a tough enemy, the best way to deal with it is to just use your missiles. But with this item, not anymore, because this is the screw attack. And yeah, basically the screw attack is basically transforms you into a ball of mass destruction. And yeah, basically if you jump into an enemy with this thing, you will instantly kill it. Now, sometimes it doesn't work. I believe these red guys will not die. Yeah, so you hear that bing. But yeah, basically the screw attack will kill pretty much anything that isn't a boss, which is awesome. But now we actually want to be careful because we don't have a lot of health. And that's actually another thing that you want to keep in mind of, is that if you die in this game, you have to, or if you die in this game, you will be sent back all the way to the elevator that you used to enter this area. So yeah, if we die, we gotta backtrack a shit ton just to get it back. So yeah, I'm gonna get a little bit of health as we go and as we make our way to the next energy tank. Now, because we got various suit, we can actually do tank a bit of damage, but at the same time, you know, you wanna try to minimize that. Oh, unless something like this happens. Oh, never mind. Yeah, usually when I come into this room, one of those two balls like hits me as I get out of the door, which, yeah, that's fun. Oh, come on now. Alright. Kill you. Kill the ball. Now, another thing about these, like, enemy generators is that they will not spawn enemies or they will not spawn new enemies if the drop... Actually, I'm gonna go down here first. Wait. Oh, wait, no, that's the next room. I'm stupid. I'm looking at this map wrong, okay. Oh, why you... Oh, this was the room I was thinking of. Nice. Oh, yeah, the gumdrop room. I remember this one. But yeah, basically, we got these platforms that look like gumdrops, which, you know, makes it a landscape because, you know, this is the only room that has these platforms. But yeah, basically, we want to jump. And yeah, we can actually kill these annoying guys that go up and down, which are basically the equivalent of the bugs from Brinstar. And yeah, that's another thing, that basically every enemy that you encounter in a new area is basically like a variant of an enemy you met in Brinstar to some extent. Alright, so now let's go through here. And this will give us access to... Yes, this area, nice. So yeah, this part, we can bomb the bottom right here. And... Wait, where am I? Oh my god, I'm stupid, okay. I'm looking wrong at my notes, okay. Okay, yeah, I'm going for the energy tank. I thought I was going for a missile tank, but no, we're going for the energy tank. But yeah, basically those lava like crawlers are basically the gamers. Those bad guys that go up and down are basically the same as the bugs. those red bugs that spawn are basically the spawning enemies, essentially, or the infinite spawning enemies. So, yeah. And what are the balls supposed to be? That's a good question. Alright, so now we got the energy tank, and we got our health filled up, so I feel a bit more comfortable, or a bit more safe. Alright, freeze you. Go up. Oh, okay. Go up here. And now, we are going to backtrack all the way to the leftmost part of this hallway. And basically, we're gonna go get some missiles in the process. Alright, this part you want to be careful because, yeah, that gumdrop can be destroyed with your bombs. And we don't want to fall into the lava because that is not good. So yeah, these guys are basically the bugs, although more annoying, but so, you know. Alright. Give me the thing. Alright, now we want to... Yeah, basically when it comes to these types of rooms, just try to stay on the top because... Yeah, trying to get out of the lava is pretty difficult. Now, thankfully, because we now have the high jump boots, it's gonna be a bit easier to do so. But it's still gonna be annoying. Okay. Now, another thing that I'm going to do for this playthrough is that I'm actually going to record the entire game in one session. And basically, I'm going to divide the playthrough into parts, or this session into parts. And the reason why I decided to do this with this game particularly is because this game doesn't have a proper save system. So there are two versions of this game. We have the Famicom version and we have the NES version. Now, the Famicom version, the Famicom version does have a save system, kind of similar to The Legend of Zelda. However, the NES version has a password system. And I say unfortunately because trying to get a password for this game is pretty stupid, I'm actually going to be completely honest. So, in order to get a password, or you get a password every time. There's actually one way I know to get a password. Okay, no, we don't want to go here yet. We want to go to the next room, or we want to be in the next room. But you can only get a password if you die in this game, and you want to try to not do that because again, if you die, you go all the way back to the beginning of the area, which is where the elevator was. So yeah, if I decide to get a password and use it now, or try to get it now, yeah, you're not going to... Yeah, it's going to suck because now we got to go all the way... We got to trek all the way back. And you want to try not to die in this game because if you die or if you input a password to resume your game, you will spawn back with 30 HP. Exactly 30 HP, which means that, yeah, areas like this can kill you very quickly. And like I mentioned, because enemy drops... occur depending on the frame you kill them, grinding for health is very, very annoying. Okay, so here we have one of the two, what I like to call death rooms, because as you can see, we got that lava crawler going down into the lava in this little, with these things that kind of look like dragon eggs. But essentially, if you want my advice, do not fall down there, because if you fall into these long pits, you cannot get out. And yeah, you essentially have to just watch as your life dwindles away. And yeah, there's nothing you can do, meaning that I guess you're going to get that password no matter what. So yeah, basically, for this room and a future room, take it with all the care in the world. Because, again, if you fall off, you will die. There's no getting out of these platforms. Now, that being said, funny story. When I was practicing this game, I actually landed on that pit right in front of me. And I was trying my best to get out. And essentially, what I did is I did a sort of a pseudo bomb jump in this game, which I haven't explained it, but I will eventually. And I got hit, and I later got hit by this dragon's fireball, and I actually got out, which oh my god, that was such a relief when it happened. Oh my god, like holy crap. But yeah, basically, for the love of God, try not to fall off because it's a death sentence. Alright, so now we're going to take a little detour down here. And basically, we are going to get a very special item. Also, I forgot to get 2 missiles, but we can get them on the way back. But yeah, let's go ahead and open this door. And in here we get, if I can shoot this, we get the wave beam. Now, the wave beam is another type of beam you can get, and this is the only part of the game you can actually get it, which is actually pretty insane because the ice beam, they actually give it to you twice. You can actually get it in either Brinstar or Norfair. Oh my god, why is it lagging so much? NES Jank, I love you. I also hate you. Also, open the door. But yeah, basically, the wave beam, the wave beam is a more powerful version of your normal beam, and as you can see, it actually, as the name implies, it actually waves, meaning that with this beam, you can actually hit grounded enemies. Now, what it also can do, as you can see right there, is that it also shoots through multiple blocks. And that being said, yeah, like it's set. Yeah, it's like, as you can see right there, it is very, very unreliable. I'm pretty sure the reason why it gets a bit off is because I believe you can only have a certain amount of blocks destroyed before there's like a limit. That's something I've noticed when going through my practice run. Oh, don't fall down, Samus. Or don't get knocked by a fireball. So yeah, it's actually a very interesting quirk. But another thing that the wave beam does, and by the way, here we have another death room. So don't fall off, or you will die. Alright. And here we get the missile tank. So now we have to make it all the way back to the room where we got the high jump boots. So, yeah. Okay, so now we gotta be careful. Okay, we're safe. We're safe now. Alright. But yeah, another thing about the wave beam is that pretty much like the other versions of the beam, it can go through walls, which is awesome. So yeah, so yeah, now we have to do a huge amount of backtracking, and yeah, basically we have to go all the way back to we gotta go all the way back to the room where we got the high jump boots. So yeah, this is gonna take a while. Now, as I'm here, actually no, it's gonna be the next room, but yeah, we gotta go through the death rooms again, which it is scary. It is scary, I will say that, especially when we have annoying guys like these. Also, yeah, those like slime things are solid objects, so alright, let's be careful. And yeah, that's actually another thing that you want to keep in mind, is that the spin jump is actually a bit more uncontrollable than doing a standing jump, which is going to be very helpful near the end of the game. But yeah, right here we want to... I want to say this. Yes, we want to bomb this part, which is right next to the door. And down here we can get 2 more missile tanks. So yay. So yeah, here we got missile tank number 1. And missile tank numero 2. And with that, we are essentially done with quote-unquote lower Norfair. So now we can go to our first hideout, which is Ridley. Or hideout 2. But yeah, now we just gotta make our way back. And now we gotta do a lot of backtracking. So yeah, we just have to go all the way back. And yeah, that's basically the strategy. That's basically Metroid 1 in a nutshell. A lot of back and forward. Ah, it didn't work. We'll just take the hits. It really doesn't matter. I'm actually, which is surprising because I'm actually very good when it comes to health. Now, unfortunately, because we don't have the ice beam anymore, we can no longer. Here it is. We can no longer freeze enemies and use them as platforms. We want to go up. Alright. Oh, open the door, Samus. Come on. Okay. I believe we're on the hallway next to the screw attack. So yeah, Metroid 1. Now, a reason why I decided to do Metroid this year is because I wanted to showcase... If I wanted to do Metroid games, I at least had to do, like, one of my favorite franchises of all time. If not, to be honest, I mean, then again, Metroid is my favorite Nintendo franchise, for those who want to know. I love Metroid, and it was because of Metroid that... Honestly, if it weren't for Metroid, I honestly wouldn't be into games that I adore to death. Like, you know, pretty much every Metroidvania that you may know. I mean, it was because of Metroid that I got into games like... It was because of Metroidvania games that I got into games like... Or it was because of Metroid that I got into other Metroidvanias, like Hollow Knight... the Guacamelee games, Blasphemous. Like, it has been such a treat, and honestly, I'm thankful that I discovered Super Metroid. And funny enough, I first played Super Metroid, or the first time I played Super Metroid was back in 2017, because on 2017... For Christmas, I got a SNES Classic, and one of the first games I played, well, besides Mario World, was Super Metroid, and I first played it on myself, and I got lost so badly, and I'm not gonna lie, I actually thought the game was like, it was whatever. But then again, keep in mind that when I first played Super Metroid, the only Metroid game I played back then was Metroid Other M. In fact, Other M was the very first Metroid game I've ever fully beaten. Now, yes, I did own Hunters on DS, but I did not beat it, and I was stupid enough to sell the damn game. And kids, I'm gonna tell you right now. If you don't understand a game and you think, I'm just going to sell it because I don't understand it, don't do it. It will be the worst decision you'll ever make in your life. And you will regret it to the end of this day, to the end of time. So, yeah, that's cool. But yeah, right here, we went down on the what I basically call the huge Norfair shaft, and right here we got the elevator to Ridley. So yeah, now we're gonna go and fight Ridley, or go into Ridley's lair, which is awesome. And yeah, this track overall, I actually don't mind this track, but then again, it's NES, and NES, if NES is famous for something, is having a lot of repetition in its songs. Alright, so right here, we're gonna shoot up when we get to the second room, and here we can get a missile tank. And here we got Meta Knight. And yeah, I say Meta Knight because of the the terminal montage video. The Super Metroid video, where Meta Knight was basically dressed up as one of these. Now, the good thing about the wave beam is that it is more powerful than the. It is more powerful than the normal beam, so it will one-shot the fodder enemies essentially. But then again, you also have the screw attack. Now, that being said, the screw attack can be very unreliable because, you know, you may be flashing, but that doesn't matter. Enemies will still hit you, and then you're gonna cry. But yeah, basically just screw attack everything if you must. And yeah, with that, let's just backtrack. Now we have the slow task of bombing these blocks. Now, the reason why I stand before the morph ball goes off is because when you get hit by your morph bombs as a ball, you actually get a bit of a you actually jump a bit higher than normal. But yeah, right here we got a very good area to farm for enemies. However, I'm not going to do that. Instead, we're gonna bomb, I want to say, around half of this in between these two purple pillars. And yeah, here we get a secret pathway that will allow us to get over this giant pillar. Maybe you could actually get past it if you stick with the ice beam and had one of those balls frozen up top and just, you know, morph ball jump. But there's actually a very easy way of getting through that room anyway. Okay, so if you played Super Metroid, you may actually have a bit of a Vietnam War flashback, because yeah, here we have a bit of a troll area. And basically, what you want to do, a very easy way to get this energy tank, is you want to go to the 7th block of this room. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. And once you get to the 7th block, just jump forward. And yeah, that's how you get the energy tank. It is very easy. So yeah, now we're gonna fall off, and now we are going to go on to the boss. Actually, no, we're gonna go get one more missile tank. However, this missile tank sucks because we have to deal with probably one of the worst jumps in the game, period. Because yeah, this jump sucks. So what I'm gonna teach you right now is something that is called the morph ball jump. So basically, what you want to do is you want to go into morph ball, and then what you want to do is you want to fall off a ledge as a morph ball. But as soon as you get off the ledge, you want to unmorph and then jump. Now, I have to stress this enough. This will only work if you're standing still. If you're moving, the jump will not work. So essentially, what you want to do is fall off, unmorph, and then jump. And as you can see, you can actually jump as you are unmorphing, and this will actually allow you to do a bit of tricky jumps in some areas. Another thing you can also do is you can actually place a morph ball, unmorph, and as you bounce, you can also jump. And this is that's basically, and yeah, you can actually do like sort of a bomb jump a pseudo bomb jump, which is what I like to call, since it's technically not a bomb jump, but you can also like move. You can also, you know, jump after the morph ball jump. But yeah, basically what you want to do is unmorph or morph, fall off, unmorph, and then jump. And yeah, basically I'm going to show you what happens if I move. Yeah, as you saw, I moved to the left and I didn't jump. And you want to make sure you practice that move, because yeah, here we have probably one of the worst jumps in the game, where it is a very precise jump you have to do. But if you do the morph ball jump, you can actually get into this area very easily. In fact, on my practice file, I messed this up. But then again, that was because I thought, or I didn't know that it will not work if you move. So it was a bit of my fault, which was very scary later, because I actually decided to do the wall jump glitch that we did for Varia. So yeah, it is, and it's also much scarier because it is a higher plane. You have to climb a bit higher. But yeah, as you saw right there, I tried to jump, but yeah, making that jump is very hard. Also, I went the wrong way because I want to go fight Ridley. Yeah, there is one more missile tank that we can get, but I'm gonna get it on the way out of Ridley. But yeah, basically we want to go through here. Hopefully not get destroyed by Meta Knights. And it's actually good that I have a lot of health, because we're going to be using the wave beam strat. Or we're going to use a strat using the wave beam. Now, you can either use missiles, you can just use your beam, you can also use morph balls, but that's going to be more effective against Kraid. But Ridley is, honestly, in terms of difficulty, the easiest of the the three bosses. But yeah, basically here we got Ridley, and there are multiple ways of doing this fight. If you still have the ice beam, you can actually freeze the fireballs that he throws, and you can actually just stay close to him and just pummel him with missiles. Which, yeah, that's basically the easiest way to do this. However, since I don't have the ice beam and I have the wave beam, what I'm gonna do is I'm just gonna stand underneath him and just wave his butt. And yeah, basically this is honestly the best way of doing this. Now, of course, make sure you jump out of the lava, since we want to minimize our damage. But yeah, I'm just gonna say right now that in terms of the overall difficulty, getting to Ridley is probably the hard part. However, that being said, yeah, Ridley is very easy. In fact, I would even say it's the easiest boss of the game. But yeah, just pummel him, and yeah, just repeat. And yes, I'm pretty sure it's already common knowledge at this point, but Ridley was named after director Ridley Scott. And if you don't know who he is, he's the director of my favorite movie of all time, Alien. So yeah, and yeah, I believe it was Sakamoto who said that they took a lot of inspiration from 1979's Alien, which, you know, as my favorite movie of all time, I completely agree. That is a good inspiration. Okay, so here we have a pink door, and this is the one out of 2 doors in the entire game that requires 10 missiles to open. So yeah, very interesting that we got doors that require 10 missiles, which is very interesting. And yeah, right here we got an invisible floor room. And here we can get our next energy tank. And we're still missing one more before we have full health. Which is very interesting, because in order to get full health, you only need 6 energy tanks. However, there is a grand total of 8 energy tanks in this game, which means that you can actually skip 2 of them in this game. Now, the benefit of collecting the extra energy tanks is that you will get fully healed, which is going to be a good thing depending on your situation. But I don't know. I feel like they should have, you know, maybe remove one of them. I mean, honestly, if they should have removed one of them, they should have done the one from Kraid, because or the second one from Kraid, because oh my god, the second energy tank in Kraid Slayer is so annoying to get. Probably the worst energy tank in the game, or probably the worst pickup in the game, just because you have to deal with lava and it's so annoying. And yeah, trying to get and like I said, trying to get out of the lava is either very easy or very hard. In fact, I've tested trying to get out of the lava in many ways, and the best way that I found to get out is to do the pseudo bomb jump, which, you know, like I mentioned, is just place a morph ball or place a bomb and then get out of morph ball, and then as soon as you get hit by the explosion, or as soon as you get the boost from the explosion, do a jump. So yeah, that's like the best way of doing it.